Good afternoon. It's Mrs. Norris here, and I'm going to show you activity lesson 1.2, Sportsmanship Message. So in this activity, we're going to be sharing a document, and that's something that I know many of you already understand how to do. So it could be a review for you, but we do have some new concepts that you might be learning, such as how to download a PDF and how to upload a PDF to your Canvas activity. Okay, so let's look at the overview first, and this just kind of gives you a story to go with what we're doing today. So, prior to the start of each new sports season, the athletic department conducts a presentation to the student body to promote sportsmanship for both athletes and fans alike. You recently met with Athletic Director Mr. Perlman to review some of the highlights he is planning to discuss. He has asked you to prepare a document based on this discussion. Before sending the document to Mr. Perlman, you would like a classmate to review your work. So the new skills, which are actually more like review skills, we're going to enter text, we're going to share a document, assign permissions, add a note, download as a PDF, sort files, and open a file shared with you, and delete a file. Now, those last two we probably are not going to do because I'm not going to actually have you share the document. I just want you to take a screenshot of your shared permissions and then send that to me instead of actually sending the full document itself. So what we're going to do in a moment is we're going to open a Google Doc and we're going to type what we see on the slide here. So to do that, what I would like for you to do to make it easier for us is I would like for you to minimize your window. Okay. And then I'd like you to open your drive so that you have two windows open at the same time. So if you could please pause your video and do that for me now, and then we'll get started. So pause the video and create two windows on your desktop the way that you see mine here. All right, so what we're going to do, and it's a little different because you're watching this tutorial while we're doing this activity, but just complete the steps first and then pause when it's time for you to actually, or watch me complete the steps first and then pause when it's time for you to actually complete them yourself. So let's first open our CAD video, not in the trash, but it should be in your drive, your CAD folder. So let's open that up. And this is a Google Doc. So I'm going to open my Docs folder. And as you can see here, we have already our first assignment. Okay, so we're going to create a new assignment. Remember, there are two ways to do it. You can either press the new button or you can right click and create a new doc. So let's click on the new button, Google Docs. And before we do anything, remember we need to rename our untitled document. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to put first and last name, lesson 1.2, let's see what the name was, Sportsmanship Message. And then hit enter or return, and you can see that it is saved. So if you could please pause the video and rename your untitled document to your first and last name, lesson 1.2, Sportsmanship Message, and it's up at the top here if you need help. Pause the video and do that for me now. All right, so you should have your untitled document now titled. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're just going to copy what we see typed here in the box. So it's right below this tutorial that you're watching is the information that you're going to be typing. Don't change the font. Don't worry about the text size. None of that. All we're doing right now is we're focusing on typing into a document and sharing that document with someone else. Now, something that I've noticed is that because this has the word Jackson and then high school on the new line, what some students will do is they will hit return when they don't need to. The only time that you need to hit return when you're typing a document is if you are starting a new paragraph. Okay, so we're not going to actually hit return when we get to the word Jackson. We're just going to keep typing, and then the document will hit return for us, okay, or the computer. So as you can see, I still have space on the rest of my line, so I'm going to continue typing. If you could pause the video now and type this message in our Canvas machine, our Canvas document, and then join me when you are done. All right, so you should have finished typing the text that you see in our Canvas assignment onto your Google Doc. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pretend share. So we're not going to actually share this document. You're just going to show me that you know how. And most of you already know that, so that's not something that's going to be difficult for you. So up in the top, for our blue button, we're going to go ahead and click share. And you can see when I hover over it, it says it's private just to me. Go ahead and click share. Okay. And I want you to pretend that you are sharing this with me. So MNORRIS. You'll see that I show up automatically. Okay. And I'd like you to type this message. Please proofread before I send to Mr. Perlman. Now, don't actually send, okay? We're not going to actually send anything. Okay. And as we all know, we have different options for sharing. So you could make this person an editor. So if you make me an editor, that means that I can make changes to your document. Okay. You can make me a viewer, which means all I can do is view your document, or you can make me a commenter. Okay. So keep me as an editor, but we're not actually sending this. Okay. And I also wanted to show you what we see up here. So if we go up here, you have other options as well. So I often will uncheck this box so that viewers and commenters cannot see the option to download, print, and copy. So when I uncheck it, if you are a viewer, you cannot see any of these things. If I keep it checked, then you are able to download, print, or copy my document. Okay. Editors can change permissions and share. You can uncheck that or check it. But for this case, just leave it checked. I just wanted to show you those. Okay. Now, again, you're not going to actually send this, but I do want to see that you know how to do this. So we're going to take a screen capture, all right? Now, before I continue, I want you to pause the video and make sure that you've typed this message before we do anything else. So pause the video, and if you haven't yet, then please type this message. Okay, so my next thing is I'm going to do a screen capture. All right. And this screen capture is just going to let me know, your teacher, that you actually know how to share something, but we're not going to actually share this. You're not going to actually share this document with me. Okay. So if you share this document with me, then I know that you didn't follow directions. So please, we're not going to actually share. We're just going to take a screen capture of our shared document. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do my share or my screen capture settings. Where's my little box? There he is. Okay. And you can see that I've taken a screen capture. So once I've taken the screen capture, then I'm going to cancel. Can you please pause the video and take a screen capture of your share window? Okay, so now that you've taken a screen capture, let's cancel. Do not send, just cancel. Okay. We didn't change anything, so we're just going to click done. Okay, and you can see that no change has been made up here. It should still say private to only me. Okay, now I'm going to move this window over to the side. Actually, what I'm going to do is minimize it for a second. And here's my screenshot. So I'm going to rename my screenshot. Caleb Norris, so first and last name, capital L, 1.2. Okay. Can you please pause the video and rename your screenshot? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to upload that screenshot into our document. Okay, so there's a couple of easy ways to do it. You can just move your cursor down to, so after the word year, hit the return button 1-2 times, and then you should be able to just drag and drop. Okay, so now I'm going to have a copy not only of what you typed, but also your image that you're sharing with me. So if you could please, the other thing too, just to, if dragging and dropping isn't easy for you, you can also insert an image and you can upload it from your computer. And I'm going to find that image and open it. Okay. So can you please pause this video and insert your image into your Google Doc? Okay, so I'm done with this image. I don't like a cluttered desktop, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the trash. Okay. Now, another thing that we were learning how to do. So we've entered text, we've shared a document, we've assigned permissions, and we've added a note. So now we're going to download this as a PDF. So on my document, I'm going to go to File. I'm going to go to Download. And I'm going to select a PDF. Okay. So it's going to take a moment. It's thinking, and here is my PDF. So if I open it up, I can see my typed information and then my screenshot. Okay. Now this is what you're going to upload for me. All right. So to show me that you know how to complete this task, you're going to be uploading the PDF. So again, File, Download, PDF. Please download your document as a PDF. Pause the video and do this for me. Okay, so you don't have to rename a PDF. As you can see, it keeps the name of my document itself. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and close this document. Please close the document. You can see that it's saved on your My Docs folder. So My Docs folder within your Norris CAD folder. Okay, I'm done with this, so I'm going to go ahead and close this. Okay. And now I'm going to submit my work. So above this tutorial, this assignment, you should see the Submit Assignment button. So I'm going to go ahead and click Submit. Okay. And it says Choose File. So I'm going to choose a file. Okay. I'm going to choose that PDF. Okay. And I'm going to submit assignment. Now, if you try to send me your Google Doc, it will not work. This is only accepting PDFs because that's what the skill that I wanted you to learn. So please make sure that you have downloaded a PDF from your Google Doc, and that is what you are uploading to me. So just to show you one more time, you're going to go to Choose File. You're going to select the PDF. And then you are going to hit Submit. Look at that party that my page just had. So again, we don't have to worry about sorting files or opening a file shared with you because nothing was shared with you today. And then as far as deleting a file, I've already showed you how to do that. All you need to do, and I'll show you again really quickly. We're not going to delete anything, but if there were something that I did need to delete, let me go back to my son's. All I would need to do is right click and remove. But we don't have to worry about that right now. That's something we've already done. So right now we're just going to focus on uploading a PDF to our assignment. Okay. So once your assignment has been uploaded, you can see it here. Then you are done with this activity, and I'll see you next time.